My Mbusa Ghana governor Nasem. I mean, seriously? Why? Seriously? NTN there's a workout. NTN taxpayers na yenti and now multi parliament edumano ayesi because my question Bank of Ghana governor. Because you see, me bet na hana me catch me lots of the things at Bank of Ghana are questionable. For instance, what the sika or pay $11 million what they acquire CD stabilization. Abra come de Ghana for, abra flooding kum Ghana for, abra yesi cocoa, sikani way debate ya cocoa for. What you mean, sikani be sikani be anywhere debate ya cocoa for. When you be the aqua CD exchange stabilization. Who does that? Why no monquanya? Why not that or this yes or bear this? Meanwhile, now we can no longer do the CD dollar now, yeah, stabilizing into but back to square one. Now the CD exchange rate, any dollar exchange rate is back to 12. Why? Abra says $11 million says can give it maybe the same Bank of Ghana yes gold deposit. They have 39 tons of gold our Bank of Ghana. Oma ton amanaka 19 tons of gold. The question Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana no to questions to answer to the taxpayers. How did it happen? Say the taxpayers no munti na Bank of Ghana to taxpayers na yesika ye coins kakra kra ni ediboma ye di tua Bank of Ghana governor and staff or more no. Now the taxpayers, the ordinary Ghanaians no, through our representatives, members of parliament, we can no longer question Bank of Ghana governor. We can no longer question the governor. Seriously, we can no longer question the governor. This is the Ghana we have. The same Ghana na yeso so we promoted NDC to question NPP, but NDC about their more question Bank of Ghana governor. And see that issue also is going on. And can we say a year or more Miracle Abuaji, me I wouldn't defend Miracle Abuaji one day because media may say I insist politician they would be politician a cheat so supportive politician when it comes to money. I know what whom you because politicians the omoya okuku me if I am privy to what you have done. And the Abia Okaseminke Bima were fine. But I no look, I'm here for the ordinary Ghanaians. What you say? It's me anything I'm here to the benefit of Ghana for you hear me. But the issue is the modus operandi, the method of operation na mo use na. Mo chen crofwa no ma shada ma mo di na kosie, mo chen nipa in the Rambo style. Mo wie so na ma bail conditioner on to me meeti. Mama no 50 million Ghana cedis to be justified. They just uncle fast say Ghana for do send one say omukuta ngrata. Ghana for then do send no more landed property. And when I let me take me comment no because you see a double standard and I trust the same way to Facebook. Hypocrisy and a double standard on the part of NDC. This is big time hypocrisy, big time double standard on the part of NDC because and that double standard ni hypocrisy nya atuma brony beye na moya. Why will NDC ba me see you fight corruption is understood. You obi abeboa government to fight corruption because one see the crack of politician bi botoma obi wu no because as can be to me save obi ebetimi ato bed wo kolebu ebetimi ato bed wo konfanoche yentia na mesbe oni akowu ye no yentia na kaso ageli a wedi 27 okowu ye see bed you know nti owu ye one ne banyina ewu kono eti media politician nye miracle abuaji o hwan ye o jo Mahama kufu ado ba wo mi wan politician bia be kaso wa fasimpo ani taku as long as there's evidence to prove beyond reasonable doubt tie o nti na no NDC for buy a kitchen blog is one and coffee and coach chasing coffee no more than go to co airport and coach or make us a sebi and kwasi asem nyam send him because Ghana ha your law e bi na segbe fi akoka weekend or UK actually coffee now come back to that video yen sorry can change coffee when there's rule of law me can kitchen blog and anti I say no for say me de no who hear me sir what I say but the point I was making is Ghana media the law does not lie in your anus the law certainly does not lie in your mouth the law does not lie in your hands. And then who and I'll bet the law near fanye. The laws now chromedija a criminal act no. And what that say was a winner reasonable cause and can what you be. In the only evidence here and coach it. And I would show this one based on reasonable cause to crime. Yes, I want anybody guilty. Abu a trick I actually okay. I think America for no prove against me your reasonable doubt. What I say into only evidence here and coach it. But me point in is a chili there. NDC NPP omunya reasonable cost kitu ebi omutumi and I've given you examples kokwa nyido afoko hwan omachi omunyina and the NPP for chibi and NDC for so chibi me point and say wo NDC also fight corruption NDC also ye aura ye nyina ye boa wa ma ye aura also ye aura granted to na go dey we dey support am also wo chinkofo ama corruption wa je sika fi wo to na go dey we dey support am what you say. But what buy you know, what filing nolly prosecutor, what discontinue cases of corruption. Again, bro. What you was saglemi housing project. Me was saglemi ne si wono. Ya spend this sika pay. A dying was a contract and isi man when simu even 2,000 housing units. Till saglemi housing no. NPP for to a lot of people made the case ya abandon saglemi project. No. It was because there was an injunction on saglemi project because that case was court. By I digress. Come back to the issue. The issue is that what's corruption? The same corruption na ye koji sika because ye ni NDC sika, any NPP sika, obidi sika we digana sika simplicity. Udi sika we digana sika simplicity. Enti NDC for the corruption charges so to causing law financial loss to the state. A year first a malfeasance, a year first a opening case or Collins Dada case on Saglemi housing project, and then Collins Dada, we Collins Dada no as a politician in Kenya. The contractor had cases to answer because Yama Sikasi Sidine, when 6,005 units cry, or say Yan Sama of Face 2 Sika, Abroni Bayenti, almost Sama of Face 2 Sika, Yama of Face 2 Sika, the Sydney 1,500 units per and a contractor and a year. Well, now, 1,500 units to the map where you teach for almost a month. Because a bona a day more matter over 200,000 Ghana cedis. Teacher for no say oh dear more let me know. You will be a toilet to cry. Just watch who say son will be a toilet door. It is not project a project a send kuko bo down on musisi hono. Yes, so amonia sewage system omanye. Onya a year first a proper refuse collection a unit drainage a benya central area connected to Temadiano contractor nanye. And so you choose Kanama. This is clear case of causing financial loss to the state. First phase, no houses, no quite 1,500 units. More discontinue a Saglemi housing, opening case, more discontinue. One case, more discontinue. All the cases involving NDC and then corruption, more discontinue cases. But surprisingly, allegations and no charging memo, a friend, more charging miracles near day. Omo afen na mo charge omo afen na mo investigation dey surprise me monya ho evim monya ho akukuduro eno dey mo proceed na mo cases e wo court no eno dey mo nkofo ni nyina. That is the double standard. How is it that ni nyina ye corruption cases o ni nyina ba mo cases e NDC dey enye corruption it mo discontinue case mo file null prosecutor but MPP for case dey need more corruption it eno dey mo continue case. This is where the double standard is. But a Kagane Sikanko will be a Mr. Miracle Disika. Yes, Monkodia. I will be the number one person to support you. Monkojimra. Miracle on any punch will be a Monkojimra. But when you have discontinued your cases and you are now pushing, persecuting, prosecuting, and chasing your opponent, Master, I know that you have no moral right to do that. And yes, you can. You when you're seeing Piansan where you will be there. You have no moral right. What discontinue all cases and conflict this car? I no kwade nka case is not traveler kon animal ti aka keto ebi anka obetumi either so be jailing kofo na obe retrieve esika amaye and they way discontinue. But MPP for one cases that you are chasing them double standard uwie so one my bail conditioner clearly you can see say the intention of the bail conditioner is to make sure say nipa meet bail condition why are you doing this? Politics must serve us and your politics of abroad. Politics of inshushuenimu, politics of yimu, politics of a miniadia and your corruption, by a MPP there corruption. When did corruption change definition? Corruption definition, or the Ben assessment definition say MPP for their corruption, but the NDC for their corruption, and no, they just say it's so bad. It's so bad. The NDC moyen is so bad. Muma wenina ho because aleno yejing or china ho obi nim tomorrow. And when you create the impression, and that's the impression I'm creating with oral, I be seeing them to me prosecute because I feel I'm more time who has a court and ya bonting court there many NDC headquarters. The court is not NDC headquarters. In the near Amokika campaign platforms, then we go jail them, we go jail them. Almost 2 years in how many cases the multi jail? Because they do court there. Standard don't know yet propaganda. Who drew court? The standard to prosecute somebody and jail the person. It is not based on propaganda. It is based on admissible evidence and proven by beyond reasonable doubt. Beyond reasonable doubt. Until me say me support Miracle Abuaje 1 second. So when this and you can prove it beyond reasonable doubt, that funny call. But want to me prove it. Now you no one say yen don't say they be a miracle. No, way to no guy no you know. It's and this kind of cycle where NDC ba no achink of NPP so ba no achink of tie. I me yase full soldiers they do wa mum na moko demonstration here. It is not helping Ghana democracy no. This politics of way ba no achi the opponent, way so ba no achi the opponent. So and Ghana. And see factory back home. And this day and age woman, they pay any the Ghana democracy, Ghana system structures about to say China for the create jobs for the people. Focus on 24-hour economy, no focus on what's a woman who to me a checking coffee. What's woman cook getting kumari went to Yankochi. Who bet you political opponents in cook getting coffee and coffee coconut went to me and Kochi with the same vim. What here? And how they teach political opponents. It's just sad. Emu dia na priority. The encounter focus on 24-hour economy no. And what din way away. And I am yama President Mahama, seriously President Mahama. I am yama President Mahama, knowing the kind of person President Mahama is. I am yama no. It was say what they vim in your channel to priorities ebeboa. I know say for the politicking of it no. NPP for aye mubinti and for shege reason or some of you kakra. And they don't have any problem. What you say? For shege reasons, MPP for NDC for be student, most mobile for shege reasons. No much no monamo, na nado can, ye betchra mo akotia kakra, ya chira mo chire pone kakra. Ne achira mo de eko kakra, nti de mo chine kakra mu hwehwa miracles ne ade kakra ne wuntu me cause wuntu me so na ne guy no abro so. Okotena wuntu me to TV no you shoe or chire gold ne ade ha. And no de me supporting them person mo chire wuntu me kakra mo de mo sake kan kakra mo hwehwa ne kakra. Because kakra yo mo ye wuntu me na ma wuntu me ba court a afa de wuntu me o de ne kaka form no de aka na no. Yeah, ready jagobo. Hey politicians, wuntu me a share that per bloggers. E mo the camera see no so. Ama oba court just say we gina bonti oduru court the court abonti ho no. It was so stage. Oh wuntu me. O chire me o wuntu me. Oduru court na abonti ho no ma no ahwe soro sa. O hwe soro sa na for ye ni ti say. No de ne saka form. Wasa na woni say James na wo de o tafre no wuntu me. O de ne saka form sa na wasa de aka na no wa ye say. Wuntu me de na o chire no. Eti me ni am bi sa de am pese mo chire wuntu me bibi kakra na mo shake ni kakra na wuntu me na nka so yesterday de mo ye na me ni problem. But the hounding, the persecuting, the chasing, unnecessary prosecution of political opponents in there NDC a double standard and hypocrisy na mo ye no. Because mo amunim say ne ma cases be bra mo ye mo ni evidence. Cases be bra NDC chasing and evidence be anim. Ehunahuna kwa. Cases be bra MP NDC for the year be bra evidence be anim. Ehunahuna kwa. Yantia na mo kwache Paul Adomoche. Case na go saying. Mo kwache Paul Adomoche ehunahuna kwa. Case na go saying. Ade na more evidence by now mundu court. By now you should be in court. By now give us the charge sheet and give us the further and better particulars of the charge sheet. New ingredients of the offenses. The case way. Mo chechin crofo ya chi way the amodi yo ketechie na no before ketechie Johnny Ako school. Ketechie action on braha and I was send obi text message hounding no evidence. No evidence. Ehunahuna kwa. Ne akochiwe just to show the person where power lies. Now you're wasting of government resources, wasting of police resources. Meanwhile, you hear all this energy and all this effort, all this attention. Fako galamse ho. Fako galamse site ho. And the minister Naka said no etum or chair said galamse fighting the moon to me. They have spent how much? Government Nakasa spent 455 million Ghana cedis to fight galamse. Still, minister Nesi Adjuman the air soon. Apart for us to be a Jumano. I'm saying a Jumana broso, Mumpebi Meka.
We see them on TikTok. And people who are listening and watching on TikTok they don't even understand the circumstances under which those comments were made and whether they were ruled out or not. So if you open the gates for media to be there, Afenyo will not be addressing the issues we are discussing today with the governor. He will get up and speak about every subject under the sun. And that is what you people will capture, and that will appear to be the conversation that have happened. It is the reason he must be controlled. If he's not willing to play by the rules and stick to the matters that we are discussing, we will not allow him to stray into other extraneous matters. And all they did was that they knew the questions they have asked would provide no drama. And what they want is drama. And the drama is provided when he stands on his feet. He will leave the questions and will be talking about 24-hour economy. He will go and talk about Takukon Kitenkete and go and talk about tractors, all manner of things that we are not discussing at that moment. We are not going to allow him to bring you there, sidestep why we are called the governor, and then decide to dictate what should be reported. So if he wants the truth, he should come. We will allow him. But we are not going to allow for soundbite.
Thank you very much.
The Bank of Ghana is here to admit that the ability to intervene on the market is as a result of the domestic gold purchase program. And that what they are doing is that they are mobilizing forex proceeds from the domestic gold purchase program, and those are the forex proceeds that they are using for market intermediation. Why is it that the majority is preventing the governor from saying this to the entire country? Is it because he's of the view that it undermines the stories they've been telling the people of Ghana that it is because of the gold board and some new strategies that they have brought? Is it because the governor is here to admit on record that it is as a result of the domestic gold purchase program that they are able to mobilize these forex resources and inject onto the market? Is it because they are afraid that if that is said, it will become glaringly clear that the person responsible for this is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? Is that the reason for which they are clearing the media from the gallery? In times past where the governor has been here, you have been in the chamber to cover live. Various stations have covered it live. What is it that they are afraid of that now they don't want you to cover? When the Electoral Commission chair and her team came here, many of you covered it live. It was also a committee of the whole. Yes, the rules say that we have a right to open it up or not, but you have nothing to hide. And so in the precedent gone by, it was opened to the public. And we are astonished, disappointed that they don't want the media to cover the responses that the governor is about to give.
My Mbusa Ghana governor Nasem. I mean, seriously? Why? Seriously? Entiana there's a workout. Entiana taxpayers na yenti and now multi parliament edumano ayesi because my question Bank of Ghana governor. Because you see, me bet na hana me catch a lot of the things at Bank of Ghana are questionable. For instance, what the Sika or pay $11 million what they acquire city stabilization. Abra come de Ghana for, abra flooding kum Ghana for, abra yesi cocoa, sikani way debate your cocoa for. What you mean sikani be sikani be anyway debate your cocoa for. When you did the acquire CD exchange stabilization. Who does that? Why no monquanya? Why not that this yes or bear this? Meanwhile, now we can no longer do the city dollar now, yes, stabilizing it. But back to square one. Now the city exchange rate, any dollar exchange rate is back to 12. Why? Abra says $11 million says maybe the same Bank of Ghana. Yes, our gold deposit. They have 39 tons of gold at Bank of Ghana. Oma ton amanaka 19 tons of gold. The question Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana not to questions to answer to the taxpayers. How did it happen? Say and the taxpayers no munting a Bank of Ghana to taxpayers na yesika your coins kakra crane ye diboma ye dicha Bank of Ghana governor and staff or more now the taxpayers, the ordinary Ghanaians no through our representatives, members of parliament, we can no longer question Bank of Ghana governor. We can no longer question the governor. Seriously. We can no longer question the governor. This is the Ghana we have. The same Ghana na yeso obiaso we promoted the NDC to question NPP. But the NDC about their more beyond question Bank of Ghana governor. And see that issue also is going on. And so I say once government ASL or the fighting galamsey no atunsium galamsey na atunsium fighting galamsey ni sika ko nyina stop afi the minister no Ono aka na enum asem say galamsey fight na enye easy. Minister no ono a oye part of NDC for omo ka che NPP for no say omo declare state of emergency and the minister na kasa agya to say despite sika omo spend it to fight galamsey ni nyina nto kono enye easy fight. Obi be say go talk through enye easy. Na unim say miracle aboaje aye che no ne ene niema nyina ni nyina government o agenda o. There some increase your friends a baseline no more increase fuel prices and you increase no. Now for some reason no person will be arguing because so this is what is going on. MPA for raise a floor pricing for petrol no from 12.79 Ghana cedis to 13.28. This is quite a big number of increase, So these also cost from 13.54 to 14.35. Yatum we NDC now obetia, we NPP now obetia. And some of these things, na government no person because we'll come to that issue again. When you say abansi we declare say or they saying we declare say Achimota forest and restore no back to first and to be our Achimota forest assassinate be our did no anyone when government we training names they say we'll be anchor back. You see, and it's very interesting say Ayeka because NDC abayin by this is what is it. NDC aban by almost say suspension of sale of government lands now NPP for no and this is it. This the GH1 reported it. NDC aban by power no say NPP for no suspension to any sale of government lands. NDC buy happen on be free was say the same NDC and now almost Achimota forest say restore no back to said the net and to be a what to be a chum. Any double standard and I'm patrolling more trim. Is it double standard or not? Oh, I buy no buy power to 2005. Yes, where we now buy and see sale of government lands. Where you suspension if they say you'll be able to meet government lands, will be able to meet ton. Moso mobetobi. Motowi ye the affair the mo say at Mota Forest more restore no. We'll come back to that issue. Some just SIM card registration also say also some just changing obey SIM card re-registration. SIM card ni registered that na ya biometric and link you be some judge say there be obey ni biom sika ye bo ho no nya asem keto or my excuse upon excuse now we share the way some judge or the year eslowusu palmi eslowusu anya I'm not a fan of eslowusu me na class MPP time so many times I'm not saying this in favor but I'm saying say for young Ghana for us ordinary Ghana for no ye wo ho na some judge be catch us on the fight esla or fight SIM card registration. I feel the watch home. Also, quack SIM card re-registration. Yes, I'm boka bill. Yeah, can be beer some judges on Tiasia. Chinchina Yaman can on boka and because any papesica. Yanni mamiska. Because there's no way your mammy and now papesica. Obeka sadia ye. See, I had done put a problem on which is what he's claiming though. It's a problem of one. And ka wo ye obi and ka wo jene or mine sika semhono. I want to protect your money pest. Said the more cancer, more resetting. And I would say, okay, yen shop quite baby a loophole. So, quite bench ne bet me a correct no, they are corrected. And yes, yen some quite SIM card re-registration. Abro. But some judges see yen jano, kokoti, nana yen kamasem. Some judges say, nobody can talk about him. Or no, or talking about Eslano, or talking about Ministry of Communication, rightfully so, because he is on the Communication Committee of Parliament. He was and he still is. Into what they want by obi to mean can was some job some job do at them. Young man, I articulate and buy some jobs articulator. Or buy excavator, or be or be anybody who is in the way, no, he will break you down. That is some judge. Into your SIM card re-registration, yes, some bebo honka. Or can see into 5 cities near see into and just into the government taxpayers' money by year. Into when technically is the same taxpayers' money, and ye bet you, re-registration. On my justification, some judges know. Or failure crasser on you, be a cast or bemo be a justification. This is some judge. You. Radinia coupon. Ghana, you. Into Yabaka and also want some because that issue no there he say I can't want them and we are not saying it because we will be in some judges and maybe but the point is that Ghana the same questions here question we must question today Standard didn't change. The same questions near question a Kufa don't know. We will question it today. What yes, and then you parliament and minority for working out. I just on my working out change because Bank of Ghana governor Naba and Bank of Ghana governor is making some statements on in parliament, and we also was a minority for 2 million debate no the questions. But my majority for honestly omun subjective Bank of Ghana governor no to question and answers. Enti sadia any almost working out. You see, the same NDC that question people. I mean, the kind of questioning that Ofoyata, me, I'm not defending Ofoyata. Me see Ghana there. Obi awa for money caprenism. Let the person come and face the law. Uni Ghana come and face the law. Who Ghana face the law? And I'm not defending Ofoyata, but I'm saying, it was justifiable and the NPP say a question of Ofoyata. It is also justifiable and the NDC say also mobile answer questions. Into the Bank of Ghana governor. Any say minority for Busanasem. The Bank of Ghana is an employer of the state of Ghana or your Ghana worker. Ghana for taxpayers' money in the editor Bank of Ghana governor Ayeka. And it's a Bank of Ghana governor no was say yin someone from the representative of the people. The people who gave the president the power nibi and the president the pony who they appointed Bank of Ghana must say there be me and Busa Bank of Ghana governor Nasem. My Busa Ghana governor Nasem. I mean seriously, why? Seriously, NTN there's a workout. NTN taxpayers na yenti and now multi parliament edumano ayesi because my question Bank of Ghana governor. Because you see, me bet na hana me catch me lots of the things at Bank of Ghana are questionable. For instance, what the sika or pay $11 million what they acquire CD stabilization. Abra come de Ghana for, abra flooding kum Ghana for, abra yesi cocoa, sikani way debate your cocoa for. What you mean, sikani be sikani be way debate your cocoa for. When you be the aqua CD exchange stabilization. Who does that? Why no monquanya? Why not that or this yes or bear this? Meanwhile, now we can no longer do the CD dollar now, yeah, stabilizing it. But back to square one. Now the CD exchange rate, any dollar exchange rate is back to 12. Why? Abra says $11 million says can give it maybe the same Bank of Ghana yes gold deposit. They have 39 tons of gold Bank of Ghana. Oma ton amanaka 19 tons of gold. The question Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana no to questions to answer to the taxpayers. How did it happen? Say the taxpayers no munti na Bank of Ghana to taxpayers na yesika ye coins kakra kra ni ejiboma ye di Bank of Ghana governor and staff or more no. Now the taxpayers, the ordinary Ghanaians no, through our representatives, members of parliament, we can no longer question Bank of Ghana governor. We can no longer question the governor. Seriously, we can no longer question the governor. This is the Ghana we have. The same Ghana na yeso so we promoted NDC to question NPP, but NDC about their more question Bank of Ghana governor. And see that issue also is going on. And can we say a year or more Miracle Abuaji? Me, I wouldn't defend Miracle Abuaji one day because media may say I insist politician they would be politician a cheat. So supportive politician when it comes to money. I know what whom you because politicians the omoya me if I am privy to what you have done. And the idea of fine. But I no look, I'm here for the ordinary Ghanaians. What you say? Into me anything I'm here to the benefit of Ghana for you hear me. Not all politicians are who BBD. Melaka Abuaji he can appoint any lawyer, employ any lawyer or pay to defend him. Say defense. But I'm saying the point still remains. Say Ghana no. Ye method that differ and in fact, President Mahama. Then they must be ashamed of themselves because the same NDC and the NPP na much for even a friend saying a master case here a court of competent jurisdiction create dia someone cry my convicted NDC force your monty asint mo de mamena court na fie e woni dem no rebrodo the cheese pending an appeal na Miracle Abuaji dem bo no ho. Me say I'm not defending Sikano. I don't know the full facts of the case. I am limiting my commentary on the fact, the modus operandi. I'm the action crofone. I'm the chin crofone. We are no my bail. Me say Martin Pebu. no the bailable offenses case to Supreme Court to crack and say the way NDC teaching Crawford 7 years him. Now Martin Pebu is saying this the way NDC teaching Crawford ni ashada amma bail conditions are we are who hwe as yes no bail condition. Bail condition as a bonsamo tuom bail conditions. Just a what dream say one man nipa no tough bail conditions said about nipa nin to me meet bail conditions just a down obey them. How? Why? Hounding your political opponent. You see, and say NDC nye hwea anka wenke normal because NPP for so yebi. Kokwa nyido ye wa hana mochi kokwa nyido ko police headquarters ya mungai. NDC supported bebre bunkam ko NPP police headquarters mungai. Enti this is not an opening NPP for chene de ne court. Charges bebre gunuso calling that NPP for chene de ne court. Charges bebre gunuso. Enti it is not the channel. And it is not the fact that the person is being charged. What I say, I didn't code na court. For me, I am limiting my comments because I can't change the NPP for Chibi, NDC for Chibi. The value is the same. But the issue is the modus operandi, the method of operation. Now, mo use na. Mo chin Crawford, no ma shada mamu di na kosie. Mo chin nipa in the Rambo star. Mo yeso no ma ni bail conditioner on to me meeti. Mama no 50 million Ghana cedis to be justified. They just uncle fast say Ghana for do send a one say omukuta ngrata. Ghana for then do send more landed property. And when I may limit me comment no because you see a double standard and I'm trust the same way to Facebook. Hypocrisy and a double standard on the part of NDC. This is big time hypocrisy, big time double standard on the part of NDC because and that double standard ni hypocrisy nya atuma brony beye na moya. Why will NDC ba me see yan fight corruption is understood. You obi abeboa government to fight corruption because one see the crack politician bi botoma obi wu no because as can be to me save obi ebetimi ato bed wo kolebu ebetimi ato bed wo konfanoche yentia na mesbe oni akowuye no yentia na kaso ageli a wedi 27 okowuye see bed you know nti owuye one ne banyina ewu kono enti media politician nye miracle aboaji o wan hwan yo John Mahama kufu ado ba wo mi hwan politician bi e beka so afa simpo ani taku as long as there's evidence to prove beyond reasonable doubt tie o nti na no NDC for buy a kitchen blog so an nkofo enko chase nkofo no mo de gold ko airport enko che o me ka se sebe enkwase asem nyanse nim because Ghana ha ye law ebi na segbe fi akoka weekend or UK a chere nkofo na come back to that video yen sorry keke nche nkofo when there's rule of law me kan a kitchen blogger na anti ase no for se me de no hu hia me sa what I say but the point I was making is Ghana Nibia the law does not lie in your anus, the law certainly does not lie in your mouth, the law does not lie in your hands. And ye wo na obekire the law no yefanye the laws now kroma dija a criminal act no e wo ho dada say wo se wonya reasonable cause ankasa na wakochi obi and you need evidence ya enkoche and na wuchi obi so based on reasonable cause crime yes say ho na nipa na guilty abu treka ya chi ni okoyi afa na America for no nko prove against no beyond reasonable doubt what I say into need evidence ya enkocheche but me point ni say chini de NDC NPP omunya reasonable cause kitu ebi omutumi and I've given you examples kokwa nyido afoko hwan omachi omunyina and the NPP for chibi and NDC for so chibi me point and say wo NDC also fight corruption NDC also ye aura ye nyina ye boa wa ma ye aura also ye aura granted to na go dey we dey support am also wo chinkofo ama corruption wa ji esika fi wo to na go dey we dey support am what you say. But what buy no what filing nolly prosecutor what discontinue cases of corruption ega bro what ya was saglemi housing project me was saglemi na si wono ya spend this sika pay e dan was a contract and isima yen when simu even 2,000 housing units till saglemi housing no NPP for to a lot of people made the case ya abandon saglemi project no. It was because there was an injunction on saglemi project because that case was court. My friend, I digress. Come back to the issue. The issue is that what's corruption? The same corruption I because you need NDC any NPP ska obidi ska we digana ska simplicity. Udi ska we digana ska simplicity. Enti NDC for the corruption charges so to causing law financial loss to the state. A year first a malfeasance. A year first a opunike so Collins Dada case on Saglemi housing project, and then Collins Dada, we Collins Dada no as a politician in Kenya. The contractor had cases to answer because Yama Osikase Sidan, when 6,005 units kura, o see yan sama of phase 2 sika, abroni bayenti, almost sama of phase 2 sika, Yama of phase 2 sika, the Sydney 1,500 units per and a contractor and a year, where na 1,500 units, the map teacher for almost a month. Because a bona a day more matter over 200,000 Ghana cedis. Teacher for no say, oh dear, more let me know. You will be a toilet to cry. Just watch who says, I will be a toilet door. It is not project, a project, a send Kuko board down on Musisi Hono. Yes, so among your sewage system, Omanye. On a year, friends, a proper refuse collection, a unit drainage, a Benya central area connected to Temadiano, contract and so you trace Canama. This is clear case of causing financial loss to the state. First phase, no houses, no cry 1,500 units. More discontinue a Saglemi housing, opening case, more discontinue. One case, more discontinue. All the cases involving NDC and the corruption, more discontinue cases. But surprisingly, allegations and no charging memo afen na mo charge miracles ni ade omo afen na mo charge omo afen na mo investigation. The surprise ni monya ho evim monya ho akukuduro eno de mo proceed na mo cases e wo court no eno de mo nkofo ni nyina. That is the double standard. How is it that ni nyina ye corruption cases o ni nyina ba mo cases e NDC de enye corruption it mo discontinue case ma file nolly prosecute, but NPP for case they need more corruption. More continue case. This is where the double standard is. But a Kagani Sikanko will be a D, Mr. Miracle, Disika, yes, Monkodia. I will be the number one person to support you. Monkojimra. Miracle on any panche will be a Monkojimra. But when you have discontinued your cases and you are now pushing, persecuting, prosecuting, and chasing your opponent, Master, I know that you have no moral right to do that. And yes, you can. You when you are seeing Piansan where you will be there. You have no moral right. What discontinue all cases and go for this car? I no crowd and case is not traveler con any man. Tia kake to edi and kaube to me. Either so be jailing kofana and I'll be retrieve a and no the way discontinue. But MPP for one cases that you are chasing them. Double standard. Double standard. Double standard. One my bail conditioner. Clearly you can see said the intention of the bail conditioner is to make sure that nipa oh meet bail conditioner. Why are you doing this? Politics must serve us. And yet politics of abroad, politics of institution, politics of yimu, politics of a miniadia and yet corruption, by a MPP there corruption. When did corruption change definition? Corruption definition, the Ben assessment definition say MPP for their corruption, but the NDC for their corruption. And no, they just say it's so bad. It's so bad. The NDC more is so bad. Muma wenina ho. Because ale no yejing ochina wo obi nim tomorrow. And when you create the impression, and that's the impression I'm creating with oral abesi nemu to me ko prosecute obia because afa na mo te mo ho asese court enya abonten court there many NDC headquarters. The court is not NDC headquarters. In the Niama Mokika or campaign platforms, then we go jail them, almost 2 years in how many cases the to jail because they drew court there. Standard no yet propaganda. The standard to prosecute somebody and jail the person, it is not based on propaganda. It is based on admissible evidence and proven by beyond reasonable doubt. Beyond reasonable doubt. Intimate me support Miracle Abuaje 1 second. So when this and you can prove it beyond reasonable doubt. But want to me prove it. Now you know say yen children say they be a miracle. No, it true no. Guy no you know. It's and this kind of cycle where NDC ba no achink of MPP so ba no achink of tie me yase full soldiers they do wa mum na mokwa demonstration here. It is not helping Ghana democracy no. This politics of way ba no achi the opponent, way so ba no achi the opponent so enwa Ghana en si factory back on. And this day and age woman dey pay any the Ghana democracy, Ghana system structures about to say China for there. Create jobs for the people. Focus on 24-hour economy no. Focus on kokon ketenkete what woman who to me dey checking crofo. What woman kokon ketenkete crofo kumare when timi ankoche. Wo be political opponents. In kokon ketenkete crofo achi. And crofo achi kokon na re. When timi ankoche omo with the same vim. What here? And now they teach political opponents. It's just sad. Emu dia na priority. The encounter focus on 24-hour economy no. Ahoɔden way awo and I am yama President Mahama, seriously President Mahama. I am yama President Mahama, knowing the kind of person President Mahama is. I am yama no. It was said what they will your channel to priorities a I know say for the politicking of it, no. NPP for aye moving for shege reason or some of your kakra and they don't have any problem. What you say? For shege reasons, NPP for actually NDC for be student most mobile for shege reasons. No much monamo na do kan ye betchira mo akotia kakra. Ya chira mo chire pone kakra. Ne achira mo de ekọ kakra nti we de mo chine kakra mo hurahura miracles ne ade kakra ne wuntu because wuntu be so na ne guy no abro so. Okotana wuntu me to TV no you shoe or chire gold ne ade ha. E no de me support is no person mo chire wuntu me kakra mo de mo sake kan kakra mo hurahura ne kakra because kakra yo mo ye wuntu me na ma wuntu me ba court a afa de wuntu me o de ne kaka form no de aka na no eh yeah ready nyagobo hey politicians wuntu me a share that per bloggers e mo the camera see no so ama o ba court just say we gina bonti oduru court the court abonti ho no it was so stage oh wuntu me o chire mi o wuntu me oduru court na abonti ho ma no ahwe soro saa o hwe soro saa na afro ye ni ti say no de ne saka form wasa na unim say James na o de o tafre no wuntu me o de ne saka form saa na wasa de aka na no aye say wuntu me de na o chire no eti me nia me bi saa de mpesa mo chire wuntu me bibi kakra na mo sheki ni kakra na wuntu me na nka so yesterday de mo ye na me ni problem but the hounding, the persecuting, the chasing, unnecessary prosecution of political opponents in there NDC a double standard and hypocrisy na mo ye no because mo amunim say niam cases be bra mo ye mo ni evidence cases be bra NDC chasing na nye evidence bi anim ehunahuna kwa cases be bra MP NDC for the year be bra evidence bi anim ehunahuna kwa yantia na mo kwache Paul Adomoche case na go zin mo kwache Paul Adomoche ehunahuna kwa case na go zin ade na more evidence by now mundu court by now you should be in court by now give us the charge sheet and give us the further and better particulars of the charge sheet new ingredient of the offenses the case is when mo chechin crofo ya chi we the modi yo ketechie na no before ketechie journey akọ school ketechie action on braha and I said obi text me hounding no evidence ehunahuna kwa ne akochiwe just to show the person where power lies na ye den wasting of government resources, wasting of police resources. Meanwhile you hear all this energy and all this effort, all this attention fako galamsey site ho and the minister anaka say nunu mu etom or chere say galamsey fighting do muntu me they have spent how much government anaka spend 455 million Ghana cedis to fight galamsey. Still, minister Anesi adwuma de soon. Apaforu so to be adwuma no. Galamsey na adwuma na abroso mo mpe bi meka ho. It's sad. Energy way a wo de chichi nkofo no. E na nka wo spend this energy no. E de fight galamsey anka by now no. NDC for chairman for ne ade a so mo nyina ye galamsey nka by now ya fight it. Nka by now we have dealt with the issue. Ama Ghana ye hu ayi galamsey no fight no. Because the truth of the matter is ye po still like Galamsey no koso and ye po NDC for penny for any NDC party executives be breshe Galamsey nechi all because of promises NDC de mo so bia be didi peche mo so mo ba mbetu aguma ma obi adidi ene ye ne na he must spend this taxpayers money see and this is where politics they me yase ye politics no what you say because ye de enye Ghana enye aban sika nti emfa mo ho. You have spent all this money on Galamsey. What you say? And yet, they see Nemun to me stop Galamsey. And this defense no so abontin and no muye dede and I fight Galamsey. Declare state of the emergency. Na mo force F. Obi be say na mo ka say da form. E da form anke ya fa pepa ho. Munim say F. Ene mo ne. Mo ba ya na Galamsey na mo minister ne kan. You have spent all this money. Mun to me fight Galamsey no. Minister Yane Wahano Okote blue water gas. Bogus blue water gas. What you say? Bogus blue water gas. And then the minister say, the battle against illegal mining is difficult, but the Ghanaian spirit is stronger. The same minister Okosu, you know, fight together power amount. Yamao V8, Yamao Bungalow, Yamao Sika, Yamao S Gas, Yamao Bibia. Go and fight Galamsey. Minister Betana and Osuya. Where the second professor from Pont Boatin cried NPP de obi ameso The moment that we a minister who could have government power, who could have executive power, you can arrest anybody. You can cheat, you can deploy police, you can deploy the military. Flooding or demolition. Then a minister of interior will deploy military. I see 48 engineers were demolition them fearless. And then I'm buying the same thing. Galam say because more the air campaign. And because more the amamu party for one party for 1 year Galam say no more didn't. So or say the battle against illegal mining is difficult, but the Ghanaian spirit is stronger. We will not retreat. We will not relent. We will not surrender. Hey, Master. Oh, Minister. Hey, Radinya Gopo. Hey, Amaboa, me pewa sempa o. Me pewa sempa no abo amaboa. Me filu pa because ono ye mi kro mini. Amaboa me filu pa but oh you know. What kind of childish talk is this? What kind of childish talk is this? Ekufuado Bekan say, Galamsey no are committed to fighting. Onupa o show boss, are committed to fighting. I Ekufuado to me and fighting. Ye fire no blue, black, and red, me included. Ye fire Ekufuado blue, black, and red because I say why you ready so be sacrificing his seat. Ye who say Ekufuado why on your ready be so be sacrificing his seat. Ye fire no so nobody to come and send any text message say an NPP for time no wanka. NDC for even with the Ekufuado class saying that or committed so be fighting Galamsey no cry. Must hear you only declare state of the emergency or boa NPP for na ye Galamsey and ne Maba, you have the power to arrest all NPP for no more Galamsey no, and so still want to mean fight it because what the amount crop for because one kasa de koye campaign kokubo anyway. Sa video no koye ade bia na mehwe. Kokubo an kasa ko Galamsey side ko kasa ban why ready so be mamu nyina modidi. Mahama so oba be mamu didi obeje mugumu na mu nyina ma ye Galamsey no obi abedidi peche kokubo an. Obi abedidi peche ene mo enne obi abedidi peche na NDC mo ye semba mo obi edidi peche na ne won sa de na we mo afa na mo can say the battle is stronger na you the spirit na the fight Galamsey minister you the spirit because when you tell us that the spirit the Ghanaian spirit is stronger you the spirit na the fight Galamsey what about almost 2 years to me fighting Galamsey you're telling us about spirit what kind of cock and bull story is that what kind of cock and bull story is that you the spirit na the fight Galamsey Yamao V8, Yamao executive power, Yamao S-Gracia, Yamao Tumi, Yamao all the resources, Yamao workforce. You can even deploy the military. When to me and you all say the spirit is stronger. Spirit here, the if the spirit to go chop, if the spirit to go chop, if the spirit to they take fight Galamsey. Why is it that the same state of the emergency now most suggesting my Ekufuado than amonye? The suggestion and more opposition, more ideas. You the fighting Galleria, you go do am, you may say, I don't know why I'm to be here. I feel I will repeat the problem to us. Honorable Amaboa. And I make an media me feel me pewasem. Ain't me pesa me to me grand fire baby. But this one cock and boo story with the and can't say Nkola. Nkola will not buy the story. Nkola will not buy the story. Timasa, go and come back again. Come and tell us better story than Kokwanan's story where ya. Go and come back again and tell us better stories. Now wait there. Enya de befa. Enya de befa be spending this amount of money to fight Galamsey. But work down is zero. Work down is zero. How can you do this? How can you people do this? Yesterday we baby I want to the emoye no because Ghana no is bigger than the emoye no. What I say? Aha. NOB Busan, where is the Women's Bank? Women's World Bank. Because the last week me can watch them. When you don't have any to do the Women's Bank, I remember can't story behind Chenko for in Parliament so any peace so. But before I make up Parliament, let me take you to a same way. Sagbefia, on say Mahama wo under Mahama Atanos no. Na ye wo Sagbefia. Sagbefia no a Minister of Health. No mo call People's Forum here omo ye bi. Ana nkofo ko ka so nchi MPP fo na. If you want there me yera Sagbefia ka kire all the NDC full soldiers including my kitchen blogger no. Omo ka ye nchi obi. Omo call People's Forum. And people were asking I didn't see nchi MPP fo no. O nyansa sema papa nika. O say ye follow the law. Na china sebe nkwase achia na yechechia enka jeche kwesi onto ho yen sorry cheche keke o say let's follow the law due process we na NDC mo kitchen blogger not tiase no mo food soldiers ni bia low IQ mo tiase no yen kwachichi obi a mo say na good mo yen kwachichi you will not take your time to understand the issues and the facts involved yen chi obi a small we say hunu no yen kwachi obi a Ena Sagbefia kanyansa sam achiramono Let's follow due process. Let's follow the law. Yen sorin kochichi. Yen sorin kochichi. Ye de bianca. Yet yanum na attorney general beka to obi atodan obi and the case ni court. You do one case. One said a case ni turning. One said the case the details about out. Yen sorry kenye press conference. Yen prosecuting cases were press conferences as you. Yen prosecuting cases were court. And segbe fi akache NDC foot soldiers nti wo we NDC foot soldier bia wo de wo ntine ma se wo sori a yenchiwe go and listen to segbe fi or see the wheels of justice grind slowly in sorry kekenjete. You must have evidence to check uchi wia. You must have evidence that is admissible enough say ubetimia prosecuting nipa beyond reasonable doubt. It doesn't lie in your anus, it doesn't lie in your mouth, it doesn't lie in your hands. Na uni nimdie na uni nyansa due bebre nimdie ni nyansa na ye bechi obi ye bechi reset ni ye bechi me say remember saying NDC ba na reset NDC foot soldiers were almost threatening people with reset and all ran ye bechi mu nyame amete no ma ba medium e bechi me aban one city bi ampo ni me ho me aban contract ka me ko BD bi mpo da me papa bi anso ko BD bi da me papa na mu crochet from 6 feet why da no koje oko BD aban contract. Ye mu bi enim brade o enim brade enti mo ye oral o de ye oral from heaven to earth unyame papa unyame maame ye enim brade sa o mo amakojije aban contract ni aban sika na 2 days pe na mo de ayeye no mo na mo questions to answer. Me see NDC full soldier bia wo lo I could go and listen to Segbefia o see ye nkwase ache ne enkonkwase court sa na Segbefia technically that's what he was saying o see ye nkwase ache wa anto said the ene ye enkonkwase court the wheels of justice no grind slowly into obi anya boche ema justice ni adwuma o court who case I go to court, bring your evidence to court. Everybody will have their day in court because you see you can't circumvent Ghana constitution. You cannot circumvent this constitution. Say what they want buying what power and tea. Abra ye ni soldier buying. You can just arrest anybody. Muka say and any rollers the time now, na AFR's the time now. You say 1 man 1 toilet. You better change for papanum. Edu omuko a year. Omukra baby why you endure masem. And remember, you are not talking to any kid. I covered National Reconciliation Commission in 2003. I covered National Reconciliation Commission in 2003, so I know what the hell I'm talking about. You change for papa. Papa baku ba National Reconciliation Commission Bob Rollins didn't kind of story one cast story name you team and he died. People were jailed for having 2 toilets in their house. Muka says I was sorry I need to kangaroo court. This is why I'm even against Attorney General proposal of tribunals. No more kangaroo court. Now we have a constitution, we have rule of law. Your constitution in your crown, at least the pretense of rule of law. We have to go to court, charge any panel, bring your evidence. You can't bribe all the judges at all courts. Of course, I will bet me bribe judges. Now you cannot bribe all the judges. And you don't think that another mabaya and Timaka Kununu judges and lobby the judge jail when we're jailing. Mukes is Yamode court, I must say, or I'm jailing of. Do not say what me bribe judges, I'm my jailing of. Because the judges even know that what so allegedly cross a judge before so you'll be influencing her. You have to bring the influence in the law. Who can young 77 quasi judgment in here? There's also the opportunity of appeal. You cannot pay all the judges in Ghana. You cannot pay every judge all the way to this. Which means Mr. Ghana, ye demra na ye juma. Ye demra and a ye juma. Yes, and to follow the law. We are NDC full soldier. Or the Usher World Cup game New Year. Go and listen to Segbefia. See and chim quasi yen kwasi ache what you say we share World Cup ni you aba betua petrol because you tum whether you like it or not you tum ni nyina ye settings no mo de kwaje ayi miracle aboaji dada miracle aboaji mo say we this can dada 2 years after mahu say miracle aboaji this ka dada na man koche no that week o get so ko contest ya na mo koche no you see me dey me metna me defend the miracle aboaji we this ka mo nche no let him prove his case say miracle this ka mo nche no. Charge him. Let him come to court with his lawyers. Put the charge sheet there. Bring the ingredient of the offense. Like just with the A, B, C, D, with this car 1 CD, 2 CD. Bring all those charges. Obi and defending or her. But when you evidence now, you're asking agency or quack or hounding one. And you ever expose you. Ebi any, you 2 petrol, Muntimon Peso be because Untimasha that I say we can have petrol announcement, the Barbarian swerving and miracle. by the time ebe money bill no be adwene fi petrol no so patrol ya Ghana ni am adwene nkoso ubetua petrol no yatum ubetua petrol no yatum ubetua petrol no yatum whether enne yatum suli ya na aban pese oyimu no but then ya expose no suli ya opeso ya by the time obema miracle bill no na munyina madwene ni so suli ya but we don't catch am aban na we don't catch am ntu betua from Monday ko ubetua MPA prices na change we effectively 16 July into ubetua from ochina kra ko kra de new Monday ochina ubetua new into your driver who your mate who your passenger o call lorry station now ni obi kokon a mpacho go pay am miracle mo pa mo nche miracle 100 times it won't change the fact that you are to petrol mo miracle 1 million times it won't change the fact that you are to petrol me problem ane enkofo na mo kwa demonstration to de bia mo nwene mo so mo ho monwene mo chop money ho monwene mo daily bread no mo ma wo fie kodi politician na ji ma ye nko pepper spray wo ni ade se yetua mo ka de ya na mo ama se me na ese contract na mo de na ye ntua mo ka mpacho mo nye very careful what you say because the government na kasa ni evidence ono so na so be ye what you say na so be ye you just waste me say me NDC about the omo ye si ebe omo wa say one day mo kra so be kwa mo so one day mo se beba enya miracle aboje na mo chi no one day Mahama buy ya na mo left a ban on sale of state lands uye ya o si achimota forest o ko ye restore obi a wato bi a ye ntwa sale no na wo buy ya na obe ye lifting of a ban on sale of government lands na mo NDC mo betuto obi this year na mo ka say mo ya NPP for jeli mo mo ya mo so fa mo court and this is the tit and tat politics now MYN Ghanaians no. It only helps NDC and NPP. Na sayo, nupa besialo, sayo, she wo Ghanaian say, wana no koyemi. Or Ghanaian say, wana factory support your politics yemi, wana no koyemi. Monya politics ye big creative factories. Politics now politics of funa, mutu me ton gold. Sika, ede koye cities dollar exchange rate. Abraham comfortive here, money for cocoa keke, people no go forget. They know they forget some more. Mutu me ton gold the sikano koye CD dollar exchange stabilization na kokoko akuyafo to na 1 CD kwa kokoko akuyafo nyaaye na kokoko akuyafo be press conference no musu krate Mahama mo de yeka no masa ma mo nkro fa san be yi o mo so mo ni matutu mo kokoko akuyafo ma send you o matem so mo ye nkrasefo akrase no mo te no mo do na kra ye do kokoko akra asase be na o maton asase nya asase be na o ye de do kokoko ma san be di kokoko akuyafo na tem a government that can sell gold and use the money to stabilize the city. Abra yem debate me this eska we be a factory. Abra ayewe ya ayi wan basintale si o mako sign agreement ye dem kofo be kwa abroche mo yesle o. NDC official the kind of mockery you made of Baomia ko asa wa Barbados any nkofo akoya agreement say be exporting nurses. Okuje top black and all those people laughed at Baomia mo to tonton asase mamo. You laughed at Baomia. And then mobile must copy Baomia method there. Say we the nurses. Is this not even just say what kind of cock and just as now we cry the way cut and paste so? Okuye to black kwade ye cut and paste. Baomia say wa kwakoye arrangement with Barbados. Ye be exporting nurses. Mostly Baomia. So any ideas. You love that Baomia say Baomia any ideas. Mu ye ya. Baomia propose ananoma for itira kofa the same thing. Ready. Politicians. More politicians. Mose Baomia any ideas. And so Baomia ba any ono ane formula na Baomia de aba no mafa the same formula say mo de nkrofo ko Barbados. Muni any creative alternative bia mo de beba. The same day the nurses ko Barbados. Ye de nkrofo ko ha, ye de nko politics so ya ohun de do ye. Ye ka say nurses ni teachers o mo ntro teachers ntro line social exams. What dey politics, unnecessary politics. Me ko kan ye NDC go bi bendi matem lines la obi actual licenses wa brochire untumi nchira de wa America we teacher won control licenses and so Ghana standard na yet say brochire ho omo ba omi am ko fa biometric ID card mo na ba omi am person mo di sika na ho ene na sam just sim card re-registration and anya biometric obi anya be de na obi a build. That is how anka governance ye no obi ye when we kra wato aso wa build ye build na omanfo no na ye den ebenya mfaso we di aburo ni be ye nyiringu ni san hyehyɛ SM card registration ye we ene ye ne na oman na bu abo ye nyina ye so no ma me fa si ha no cause na World Cup match ho enti no ye beto aso Friday because Ghana ne de say an kind crunch re ye ho na make no we all go suffer e bia na ye kotua yi no. But let me just say this one quickly on Musa Dankwa. Ebem say minim de Musa Dankwa aswe bi esiedu nketia. Esiedu nketia presidency ba ko a open into minim say Musa Dankwa just I don't know. Musa Dankwa koye research or say 61% of NDC supporters they say esiedu nketia stay as party chairman. One on the person obeko nanim. Global Info Analytics. Aden one on the person obeko nanim. Munje esiedu nketia. Also contest, leave him alone, let him contest. But leave him alone and let him contest. Leave him alone and let him contest. Minim baby a Musa Dankwa we dey free out just say omode so evidence leave by ye say dun kete alone. Leave him alone and let him contest. Monko okona bibi koye ne dey onim so wakona de. But don't come and say dun kete na hwan I don't know. So enti Musa Dankwa come again. Now research upo we dey yemfa. Me support you say dun kete akra we dey yemfa. And then I'm better mutu when he says he should stay at party chairman. He will contest. Or contest in a man to a man, let him contest. Let him contest. What I say, let him contest. Mamu be ground because say, but be reminded, Ochna, you two petrol, you two diesel. Meaning a cost more than one city. In lorry station, World Cup match on the metro, we will show you have a cock or lorry station, but don't go do focal because you're too. If when you do politics with petrol, when you do politics with conditions, when you do politics with economy, the fundamentals will expose you. And a petrol pricing is exposing NDC. It's exposing everybody. It's exposing government. It's exposing opposition. It's exposing everybody. And it's my mum family and say, you better also Friday. What I say, but then the semi-finals in there. Cost until also be any kind of to me. Thank you so much. Why? Send them when I'm joining here. Thank you and good night. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, good night. Why? Good night. And Anastasia, I see you. Why? I see NDC for they don't have any clues. True, some more copy by a plans. Now, Poku. I see the arrest and detention of the young man Miracle Abouajini is a joke of the year. I see I have no any problem if with this car, but Masa the way I NDC fortunate a joke cry no more. I see if it is not about politicians, it's about the NDC. Okay, Matthias here. Okay, branch about so okay, Anastasia now. Kwabena say Mahama will one day be called to answer for his wickedness. They are all teaching Crawford without any probable cause and not reasonable cause. So one day, your best friend, I'm on so about the year, I know pa so anymore. Of course, is in a comfortable. In fact, I know Tina, I know some of your video than person this for food soldiers to question. That's what he said. What's a share? We bet not power forever now. A year will say teaching Crawford because we bet not power. Then be reminded, say, Massa, power a transient. But some of your it was very spot on. I say, yeah, power. And easy. And you're sorry, I can change Crawford into what you be. Now watching accordingly and change Crawford because you feel that you'll be in power forever. And I said, if you're kind, or say, are you going to be in power forever? You're careful. I was for Friday, you'll be a full show because World Cup you'll be on World Cup a semi-final because then they Japan. Good night. Thank you. It's sad. Energy way I would teaching Kofono, and I can spend this energy no, and the fighting Galamsey and Kabina no, NDC for chairman for any idea so Munaya Galamsey and Kabina you're fighting. And Kabina we have dealt with the issue. I'm a Ghana you a Galamsey in the fight no. Because the truth of the matter is ye po still a Galamsey no koso. And ye po NDC for penny for any NDC party executives be Galamsey nechi. All because of promises at NDC the more must be a baby picture. Most of my mbetu oguma ma obi adidi ene ye ne na he must spend this taxpayers when you see and this is where politics they me yase politics no what you say because ye de enye Ghana enye aban sika nti emfa mo ho you have spent all this money on Galamsey what you say and yet be see na muntu mi stop Galamsey and this defense no so abontin na no mu ye dede and a fight Galamsey declare state of the emergency na mo for say F obi be say na mo ka say da form anke afa pepa ho munim say F ene mo ne mo ba ya na Galamsey na mo minister ne kan you have spent all this money muntu mi fight Galamsey no minister ya na e wa na okote blue water gas bogus blue water gas what you say bogus blue water gas, and then the minister or say the battle against illegal mining is difficult, but the Ghanaian spirit is stronger. The same minister Okosu, fight together power amount, Yamao V8, Yamao Bungalow, Yamao Sika, Yamao S Grass, Yamao Bibia, go and fight Galamsey minister Betana and Osuya. Where the second professor from Pont Boat and cried.
It's the first term of John Mahama. First term of John Mahama. From Accra to Nsowonkra went to me. Where a legacy term? Okay, minimum dear. I haven't taken any. Fine, that is true. But the 2 years now, you did express Reno. I doubt.
And the word is express.
Thank you.
Abusia areho sempa e na meka se ato my Ghana free se kwan ahodo bia ya manyofo o mode o man ne fason de ne enyan papa free se ebere ya ne ye kɔ abatoa no 2024 ya na NDC John Dramani Mahama e bontoa ensem ahodo o ka kire Ghana for se nyina so nto abamfa ma NDC na Ghana for yitie wo mo to abade ma wo mo ne ne wo no ba konwa kese so na ohwe niema wo mo ya asefem papa ayore ho a o my Ghana si ansole nyina nasi yanka ye say oh ene NPP for muyebi ene NDC for musu muyebi ni ade nasi ejai ne sade o man ebebo say to ebo be say to ye nyina nim say ebre ya na NPP wa ban mu no no ye say ohwe ewuwu ye esi nkana kwan so dodo no a eye mmea ba bia na traffic ahodo echi ni ahokire wo say wo konkana don hwede nsia don hwede nwotwe na oda so nam kwan enu nti NPP aban ye say nka obeyi amotoom kwan bi enti me friend say bypass no enti baby ti say konongo nanko meyi kwan na koto afikire say de be ya traffic na chi konongo no onko konongo kurom nkoye hwe a wonfa ho nanko waka kofa akire enti wo moye nkuro bebre no na nko moyi bi say de je ekofo yi bi free ko nkoko ya say de wofin nkran ba kuma se na wonkoye hwe wonko kurom a wonko ho no ansa wonam yu nyina ba bia no atwam aba enu bi na nkara na do sha ase se wo ye wo yi kwan efri etu kuroja nanso ani si ba ye wo chese saa de ne de wo hunu ono nso so ba be ye ne de efri nkran aba bedru kumase na saa kwantimpon ne ye fe ne se Accra Kumasi expressway no de wo chese de contembrantem utu fri nkran ya na o ba bedu kumase na chese unyina kwan mu nyehwe na no ne ye chese ye de ama asrafo nti asrafo nso akohan bulldozers excavators ne ho ahon ya ba beguso a wo ma sha ase a wonum ekle ekwan no na emputupura mani ababeto ya apno so kire se no ekwan no asrafo wo mo dodo so tututusu nua ne adade no o maboka 10.9 billion Ghana city o maboka 10.9 billion Ghana city almost 11 billion ena se ameno kase ababebo na sebi abrokuma egu nhire ni mponi na ebeso abiribira chese ade ne ye sha ase mpo adodo mponi na ye sha ase construction na kasa de a se ne kapudio ba na bebo ebe ya rewosem de ama my Ghana ya se de amanfo bebre no a ede o manu atum a wonum e ka bie se sa de we pa de His Excellency John Dramani Mahama entwaye eno da nchen so galamse ho nsensem a ababeto montene ya aban yi ba ye afe baako ene efanie no wo kire se wo de 455 million Ghana cedi ena ewura mu a woko 455 million Ghana cedi na ban kire se wo de ewura galamse fight mu yebeka ya woti kuo bi green hwan ya blue water guard what blue water guard eno no se aka kosi seyo eno achi eno baba beti 9 mos nsoso ya omuso omuka ku wiriwire nne ababa si se ya galamsi ya tiatese baabi na galamsi nduru hompo no ene atre ne nyina ne se yeyan kasa ne yebo omano ho ba so omonto abama ye ne ye bape ye be mo kwan ma ye galamsi se de ka puduo ena abeto o man Ghana so eno da nchen ya NPP aban NPP mrahye bedwafo kire se wono mu empene NDC fo nsusu yo mode aba mrahye bedwafie mu se wo mma kamera bia nwuram wo mma nsɛmtwerɛfo bia mma mrahye bedwafie firi se Bank of Ghana governor babe kasa na ne nsɛm no babe kana makunkyire questions peso mode ma no na wono se wo mpene efiri se wanhwe a nsɛm mbetoto na no no mama na kansɛm bia emmoa NDC aban enti omo mpene na hu sensem bebre no na babeto abonten a ne nipa bebre no do ma no atuma mepese de obagibre na watie nkoma twetwe ni nsem hodo aba daily graphic mu anase graphic ahodo aye wono o my Ghana mu no abamu no daily papers no nyadaji ne tie bi na ho kura badwuru se o my Ghana pa ni kwame nkroma Ghana no a wodi gya won kaye no eno na da so timu ana awerehosem wo mesere na obe like me video yin so ma me hye fa wadwenchi den so bra na yensua de kakra.
It's the first term of John Mahama. First term of John Mahama. From Accra to Nsawamkura went to me. Where a legacy term? Okay, minimum dear. I haven't taken any. Fine, that is true. But the 2 years now, the express Reno, I doubt.
And the word is express.
Thank you.
The word is express.
We are not looking at the word. We are looking at the meaning and then the feasibility of the word express.
The word is express.
I understand.
So let's leave it as such. Word in a woman say express.
Me issue.
Express as in no call. Express as in
me issue. Eye. Accra Kumasi Road ya abandon. Ya famous na. They say acquired the strap na. And they I'm for the 10 hours. I was so and so no do anka. Omuguso.
Ofanko yo ne se asankare. Baby ayi wo no sofo adum chedu asori no. Enimu ho kakra na ukọ nanimu no. Ekwan ho na tutu na se de obedi so a che no.
Kamehwa. Once yi nkoko bypass ne to ho no. Traffic na won nkoko ho ni na free ho. Traffic nchi wo ho da. Up to now.
First na ka ufanko.
Entisa konongo bypass yaye. E osi no ho de no yaye. And other areas yetimi ye tumu and kasa kwan na eche ya ye dibe 10 hours was no kebe free ho wi a na for do ania kusi express highway no so
it's a good advice but it's too late. He said in
what makes it too late?
11 billion ko form that
ya sha so bi ko form aye pe bi asan
you know what there look penifo am do say nkwan and ka men kwa kunya kra ma Jacob Town Road but we still need to go to Accra.
I'm not saying we shouldn't go to Accra. Me worry kase pa
ne say legitimate one.
Say, I'm using the word say.
Yeah.
When to me no free power so.
And the legacy be any one.
Legacy be any who. We were yet you.
When to me we dey only legacy be.
Yo.
One person na. No. My deep politics move 30 years and over. And so opa dey back one in table my winya.
I'm basing on precedents. Yes, SC Penti.
Bro. I get it.
E kwa bi so me ne wo ya adwene se nka bi adada no. Ese se nka ewie dada no ansa na ya san ko she. E mo no na se ye gitum sa. Se ye no kre but se de kwasi ka no ye de ensa so mo awie. Ya sha ase. Etim se dada no e futa de bo mo pone ho kakra. But concentration na nkasa no e wo foforo ne so. Ba ye wie a. Oh. Expressway ankasa.
Oh, I didn't say all paper so Ghana for no paper there. This crazy the way.
Me how ni say.
Yeah, the railway scrub it.
Me how ni say.
Left railway friends I see you of railway no. Or see the or see the railway beton left and right. Two nam ha. Chana basic kumase.
Or see group demands government intervention on Jonah capital attack. There are some Jonah and then Sika Sembi.
And yes, where in Nigeria issue.
Oh yeah, investment.
I'm one for attack. I'm one for na. You just say unfair Baba regional issue between Ghana and Nigeria.
How can it be Ghana? Now some Jonah where president of Ghana. I get it. Where one
a Ghana businessman.
Between Ghana and Ibia. When say Ghana and Okotamni investment at the core Nigeria.
End of story. Investments.
What is the next story?
Ebi wo ha said investments in the coins.
They said they had in home asem.
But the one about some.
Now they Nigeria.
Workers na wo ho no. Oh, so workers na wo ho no they are being threatened.
Interest in Nigeria. Endorse interest wa. Wow, bra.
But no interest in
South Korea, China, Russia. It will happen. So would don't mind gold kakraka we no. Okuma this serious investment in Nigeria. Why? It's Ghana a 9 say Osina almost I don't know almost 500,000 or 1,500 housing units in Nigeria. Kwabna we kwanya that things a dying ni pay them. That's serious challenge. Me what template be business school K University and I me only visit this guy you be about and I'm sure that template is for Ghana. It could be any state district capital and we could see hostel facility. Not necessarily student like hostel facility, residential hostel for these police, nurses, and mobile service. Within 10 years, we'll be breaking. But nobody's minding us. It will be also who we invest in public housing. A buyer bahu the college out the 200 million euros no na public housing. And go to me go through that. Go for the in in there. It think a private man like that. I want the here. Right, man was me I don't need parliamentary approval. We have parliamentary approval there. I could bet me see 1,000 units no. Oh, bossing in the enclave no nya ni sika nyina no. Bra.
But notwithstanding, or Ghana needs.
Of course.
It's or your main or Waha. It's a was here born home by. Modernized chieftaincy cases adjudication. 247 to something here bill. Jubilee, Supreme Court at 150. No.
Yeah, and no Kasai. In a Kasai.
Who said it is IFA.
Wow. In a Kasai.
We work of a military.
Regional minister also the assemble to CJ Senka my special sanitation court. It's a one who says say one more ye woman for sanitation offences no ye do woman they are competing with the other courts. Say nya specialized courts wo say sanitation offences no ho ne ye de kwa say ho no na enra me hu
na ebowa ye ne ne be bosuminsia
enra me hu just kwa me je frame.
Make sure that from a doom to kejetia they be a ho clean. Bosuminsia nanka ya tiagu so se bosuminsia nya o pray we are some make sure so be for rubber ne paper.
We dress ni ya say man be jai we here the sanitation court we
say ne no mo ko say ne na wo twe ene e di fiada ne me nda si ho say sanitation
court that na wo gra mo jimi news de bia mo de be ka ho o ko fa trabo na be ka ho say court that why there ko fa trabo na be ka ho say ko fa sanitation court me ka ho. What is sanitation court? District court no say we here money was sanitation wa district court ka jail.
But they will competing with that case.
But the issue is that the time we be do court once and the assembly.
Well, they specialized one into ko eno kwa ne ka ho asem. Sanitation sensem de yemfa eni agro. Eno me hu bra me cha say me yensem twa adwuma no na me report free KMA court. Na judge na no wo no ne data fe no a J Frimpong, Justice Kwame J Frimpong. And when who say committee no count, I'm who many J's say, or my pay court reporting by the sorry, and it's all my case. Look of first stories and then near Genoa from Mammy, me who story and Remy who knew mentions, oh my God.
Send when your can't to them.
And meant me a man, I said I was me from afar.
I did tell you
the number
was all you.
And number my friend much oh been a bear 20 years. Say be your crow back kai.
Yeah, you for the one time to is come out.
Anyway.
Where you to ye.
I mean that so on the
to us.
Was he uncle?
I'm out the Ghanaian Times. Special good morning to you, Mrs. Doris Abuachi. You admire my hairstyle. Thank you very much. My Mr. Judy Nyebi. I'm not Sakura Chedodo. Major but banner headline here is Resetting Ghana tour. Voter Star Textiles to bounce back. President assures. And Rami who says story we are say, hey, is that the government will be you to
and run now also can say you be nurses in 2 batches.
17,000. And teachers and so say you don't do
and a compensation for Akosomo victims
and also 2
and the movie anyway continuous way
to what they say hey to come to National Development Planning Committee NDC. Make job creation central to policy. Who do they talk to? Why no can see or catch them? What the whole National Development Planning Committee? If there is anything to make what job creation central to policy, that's your desk. You catch them? How do I make what's it?
Make job creation central to policy. Send your buy no catch them. How about it? And
needing Ghana
national.
Thank you. You should shut up and do it.
They say Omoka from because say national development we were ho. Na still manifest to intimate tally to the more plan say you can na.
Yeah.
Omejuma na tosini.
And then they tell well, I agree with you 100%. It's true. It's true. That this PC they think anyone can. I say please cancel. No, anyone can. Avian to us, government say or raising, in fact, we're raising we need to. Government raises 5 billion Ghana cedis to recapitalize the Bank of Ghana. 12 killed, over 30 injured in Konongo. Oh,
Enrechi.
Kono
mo de enrechi.
Oh goodness.
Enrechi. Cast me answer.
For the Ghanaian Times.
And Kabomwa this hour in the back. Right, Adwa.
Mamefa daily guide the Obokrata no ento asoma. Esro ho osi protect Jonah capital staff in Nigeria. Group to Mahama. My manfo anu omo kan wo daily graphic no. Omo an say the omo da ha omo shetuntum de kojan abobo obo omo kum. Court of appeal overturns 500,000 cedis damages against Samaje Mfi.
On
Napo case no. TikToker jailed over Mahama 32 cows claim. Yes, he will come 1 year.
Inti kwa court of Dadabi butia Samaje Mfi say akasetia na.
And the co-op.
Abai sansan by no. Abakotu na.
Yankasa
abai sansan me na meka. Dona woka. Abai sansan by na. Isia na court no aye blue nti.
Court on fa abai.
Ya any green no.
Court on fa.
Hana any green.
Oh masa. Court
na court.
Enre ya na
GM promises say.
Enre ya na
Ose court na blue.
Na blue.
And ada green.
And I green.
In actually say menti ase.
Oh say Mahama show you. That country say. Court na ngasa aye blue dodo. NPP for do so.
Nti oma politicize.
O show party o share and NDC is lawyers. Yeah, NDC lawyers on something. Former meeting no. Enya yes. And no address of say, "Mun come home." Na ban is say, "Mun na no betimi ahead na the baby ahye." And truly, and the question what the Messiah Africa Supreme Court justice.
Now how do you know say moye green for?
Court to cry ni color. Court to ni color.
Said you okase na you blue e be than green.
You should tell the president, not me, man. My lady. Thank you.
Anyway.
It's my man, you see, will come 1 year. False publication.
1 year, no. 1 year, no, some
yes, he abuse in a day. You are watching a court to touch and say, no, but 1 year, then it's a false publication. What they are somewhere, and you know, correct. I bet to abontin. And to say, court was just say,
petty.
One called them. I
judge a corona with 2 buas and we say, Kofobun to this is petty. Say, Mammy, we could demafe because of Sansim Huna Coson. The
issue is that
Sofno Casu could do 32 cows. I don't blame him one bit.
The issue is that and yet Sofo could do 22 32 cows. And some know the bata who know.
So these are ignorable. Of course, these are ignorable.
Of course,
these are ignorable. We are serious president now. You ignore some of these elements.
We don't.
That's not president. The court that brought that judgment.
Yeah. Court to the Abanti. Right. Court to say, "I'm in Kodemu Afe."
Oh, somebody about the Timeka was a young kind of
judge and no catch there was a discretion.
I'm a cadet to me.
So I can read a bad judgment.
Enra, Justice Atuguba, and so any central for Kasai, and what did to just a parliament serving party interest. Your boy a Toba Abama
DF Annan Memorial Lectures.
I know the
Kotuho. Say as a party, no, by friends, a parliament, no. Of course, but you are there to serve the nation.
No.
Nation
at but they take the party interest ahead of the nation. That's what we're talking about.
They are sitting at the party seat. Thank you.
Sir, so that is the education you can give. More education to me.
No, per se, or call on national interest and one partisan base.
Thank you.
All corner, maybe all corner. Who say Adrachi wa me Jina Mabosom Trifo, NPP dim. Because you may say Jama Jacobu for NDP dim. Yeah, parliament, no. Who say our minority, or majority. It means party some nanny, by a boy, and your coca in a boom, we say Rashibeja for. Yeah, Basi a bedroom or money, ye dear one. Ko binko, yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yeah, can't ye name Nanka Unim sa assembly or we knew me and no TH who sa small more can. And in your party, some ye fear some Ayeka, was a benuno, a cobble.
But it's not supposed to be because so could you ewo hwan na Jina party bi di mu a and just here to abamu o your party for no MP
o your party for
me kasa wonya party for no MP but party ni da so tare me ho say
so
me unim say let me tell you this. And yet majority and a minority decision be an individuals no obi are supported.
Of course.
You know that?
Yes.
But they are forced to do because of their party affiliation.
And no na yen tiasian. And that is where my worry is.
So what do we do?
So we have to do the right thing. Yes, that doesn't mean that that's right.
What is the right
thing? I don't just say right.
Na papa na ankaza waka se na ankaza na wo former justice no. Ono politics within the justice the former na ye kra na serious kra since the MPs ni ankaza ye no. What you say? But to enroll the no can say some of the justices on the court should have been called injustices. Professor ono ankaza kan injustice for no. What you say? Sex kufo sana ho eduko ma George na wood no. Aye ne yade besin ne. They be least opportunity we ne bia. Obaso just MPP for mambo for.
Call strikes out a Konongo accident no case miensa akabu mama enipa dumienu ena ewu no enran so ba ko si wo eastern region ya no so nipa be 9 ena ewu yes
nipa dumienu na ewu no 30 aye ni critical condition
enra wi akra kase bi a metie ye no
30
enra wi akase bi a metie nipa du 9
Cast 3
track na me say bus
bus ne eko northern region and I say track ni you overtake no yifa ho na olusu control and a brain ti bo musa no there was another one no so nim the esie no so the boom
Konongo highway na ngazanti full speed
so odumase ekwan
yes
Konongo dumase
hono se hono mra ne no it's quite tricky.
But osuo na etoto ni nti
ezo beka ho
na ese ahomache nso ya na krom ewie mu aye
ebono
ya drop for no ento ombo kakra call strikes out AG's request to halt Hanan's UK travel nafko papa
bezi taba pa we gu abaye ni mwaza atoni general pa ni
ayeni
akorotinga
oteso enra omo travel na passing of the bill no so was out parliament was
juma na wotumi nya no court tribunal no wetu maye no
anyway yanko kwasi
the chronicle I wish I for file utre 7 on yanko mebusem etri edunso chichemu edumiensa Proverbs 17:13 if anyone returns evil for good evil will not depart from his house.
Diode bonesha papa na mu no bone mpa ne fie da.
Onyame asemuni.
Thou says the Lord.
Amen.
Praise the Lord.
Dear Sam Jonas investment under siege in Nigeria quotation here perfect. Quotation perfect.
And then anyway related.
I
also quotation so on quotation bro.
Quotation na Proverbs 17. Obeza good or what investment in Nigeria.
Honest good wo boasa ko.
Ona je boasa good ne di tuaneka.
Yes, ni tuaneka.
Ko he boase. Unya hwene no ahome. Anto boase market ho ene ade nyina.
O matra boase da.
Oh, I know so your boase guy. No one boase trainer eduru say da.
Ketin.
Me so one dey eduru.
Boase na head of programs over CCA.
Oh, ba say
oba betansi ya be ka boase.
Oboase. This all call baby a AG for
be abrofo na nkasa wo no
ho de fe papa
be before wo no de
ma fa kronim bebre but enye kura me hye da nim musa ya makomu bebre
minimu bebi akona bie ni
mo te sagre so an wawura obi dem obo asisi wuru
cha
do wasi kronim
to aso
yen to aso
right no ntum kura Baumia has played a role in city stability but majority towards BOG's open admission. Regulate aphrodisiacs now. Pharmacists be kasa no chemene ne adwen kwabra as aphrodisiac ne ados.
They say almost obia to.
Ni sa ne mani ni o.
But men so mo exercise ya aphrodisiac bia no.
Aphrodisiac bia no eche wo ba wo.
Ajo awokan.
Ba kwasi dia no so muntie kwasi dia.
What do you say? Aphrodisiac bia no eche wo ba wo do. Oh no, oba wodo wa na ye de wo so no mukura wotumi bo. Oh, na de wo no adwuma mo otumi ka se krache ye na brafu na wodwuma ye no. Kwa bra nko hia aphrodisiac baby o.
Okay. Prepare your mind dada. Enti.
Oh, opa me presex
dey. Na je presex no ye nya de wo ha na ma me ne pa aphrodisiac.
O se minim ya abra na ho.
No, any honey cry, romance as the honor make count.
Okay, before that, now. Or prepare your mind. Or prepare your mind.
Yes. Let the oba dear baby woman.
Ye nim do di Ghana.
Over born a few, no matter be a good free.
What
is more aphrodisiac?
Ye nim do di Ghana.
Abba.
Ye nim di.
Now,
Nigeria for my favorite food.
Your favorite.
I'm not your favorite food.
Oh, person will be on why I penny could you chana. What's this about best now? None of bodies, no, and in a draws color a pair. As one of who I dress and over.
See.
One president of on one neck.
See.
Or bow or two hours shot at the way they go who send the body.
That's only one body who shall see. It's Munyam, no remember, no, for we were sometimes even 30s. Now I got on the presentation, but or Mungu, they spray, Binia, they one who
and companion for any young say, oh, yeah, it's your funny say, bra, oh, but and then Brantier, I will show you whom now be show money more. Yes, so I'll show you.
One woman would draw the Yasa could trust at Tida. What was your tie with Ruda?
Chatay,
woman you trust one year tire. You
and I would also see for Quentin.
I was your chronicle editorial. Biaba. Now, your question was a can Mahama guarantee you freedom after speech? I don't think so. Same Jemfi aweni appeal against Napo. I think it's a appeal. Appeal.
The Daily Searchlight Enamede Airtoaso Sports Minister petitioned players paying for selection into Black Stars.
Now having grassy and going free.
And I don't care, Miss Imagine one name is Lucy having whom you know, I can. Yes, having whom you know.
Now, who is a better one
who is for Jimmy and Kobe. Okay, TikToker Camila Al Hassan is jailed 1 year.
Very unfair.
Another blow for free speech.
Yes.
Sana Omo Atro Ewo Anum say. Afenuma can AG clash over proposed public tribunal bill. And also so Ewaha.
It's no longer a bill. I think now it's a law. I don't know whether it's a draft or law. I think they're not address on my pass it.
Okay.
You know.
Suspend.
My friend to just say, Nanua, the mayor of Kumasi Baha, Okasa Montreal.
Yeah.
Obeba, Meka, that's what I say.
Ha,
so I shall say, and Chebe Koba, Chebe of to come in Abans, or no Baba enough for sending the Cabasian Hana for already a coso, so I saw Montreal, or some more. Yes, and I
know, Christ.
And I know, and I was walking, Namity maybe ye, the Omoyanka baby do.
Obia,
what's Upikura no Naga.
Obi can brofubi. Or say when there is a will, there is a way. Yeah. One say young for say a untouchable area, a no-go area, and yet diesel and yemreso.
It's a hard fight anyway.
Oh, but Zuba is fighting.
Yeah,
Zuba is working.
Kane kwesi ajima honhom no de ajima
what de kwesi ajima yenyi Zuba ne ofuru ni nyina mfi
ni amfre kwesi
ajima the second
anti eno I say fa yi a friend say enim ha ya hello any boss what honum clink
nana pacho you know why
bojuma
campaign dey jama ye na we no
right ye kwa homa so bra na ye ne atokwamena on a Kesben media reporter said they did trigger an opano say after a week of the sanitation, me fancy National Cleaning Day no. Ye kwa kohwe say e de na asesa e wo yen krum ha. To kwamna e wa homa no so yentie no. Ato
KOD
na oho ye.
KOD me ho ye pa na so e.
Nyame adome ho ye. Na o wa he say
see I'm not say the aprobana be pampa sisia na me no e ka say.
My NTW, dear Nekoso, after a week of the National Cleaning Day, Mienti de Koso.
Your code imidasi say a nimpananka, Union baby koyanke, because and now I could have a pepe. Sasuna, and then I want Penica say, a brown Penica say, ya nam in Sweden, and then I got at her. Moshi and Sweden, a funny panintino. Young fat a year now, and Naminisuo. Na first year a krum kuma se bi na sha se frifia da memenda enye wieye ene na wotweda ye ba pro abehwe se ye prepare wieye no se na ekrum sibitie na na pen ke wodi no share probona se edi free G runabout na ohwe G runabout poly dan no no gatas na ho no abam no kasa sisi ohwe gatas ni ma Roberts egu gatas mu sisi a me no kasa yi sa na ohwe G dan no so a ya premura na yedi egu G dan no me kire poly dan no ho obi apra bola na wabobọ no ho na obi so se bola no so di free fuel so di free hill ono so wahye no bottom na odi abeto G dan no ho eno achi no metwamu de eba culture center na waba me di culture center no ade ba kwa me ho ni se gradifo na ho na nkasa no baabi a omote no omaprapra onyina kama na kwa ni finfini so no kemefo eso aprapra onyina kama eno achi no na mesan eba keyetia inside wo na keyetia inside wo no na ode ko baabi a MTN wo no so a eho aso ye bia omomo keyetia free pampa so ene culture center ni mo de ko ni na no so bia prangura omo de just bin kase asiwa obi a edigum na nhwemu kire se ene omo ye ho adwuma no kire se empenifo edi besiwo ahomache so mo besiwo ahomache a obi obepra bola obi a no no de abegum a mo bepeja edeko na ne pani edu ho no omo kire se ka no enya man to hwe saa desbina ayema abuso kase pa ayema abuso a eno ho eno achi no okuwani ma obanwo se kemefo no so ka kase a eno so mo de sabola anapa no yedu kaje tiane ne potam no yehu ase ka no miensa na wokroma adwuma omo desbi omo de rubber aye eno de anapa mi ba pro am ba kaje tia no omo hwehwe bola omo nyina de afrum na emom se okọ MTN ni mo na opposite na ahoya bia mo de bola gunti anapa mi du ho no cars no so esiwa bola mo de gu fom ni nyina no omo sisa de afrum enti obusa mi a de mechanic say first ya nge ni mi se nka anapa nka na mo ona mudwom a na wo se bola egu fom mebre no anapa na proba me boye de fa jiru na about wa me hu se bola kakra de gu no gata ni mu no ya shati ya de robbers egu ma yenya obi a oprapra no ena obedu culture center wa utwam de baka yetia na unhu se efi ehada e wa bontensa anapa ofra de hyeman ho na oba Dr. Mesa hono so a hono makofa onyina kama hono so gudu ha unhu se bola bi egu na so aka no nka bedu no nanka bola owa ya bona mbomboa a ewo ho enti anapa mu fa oro ma hu sa na mani na ebi ho na kewodi ade ba kwa na presa kan wasem no G ho no minim se nanka dwadifo no ho a omo ton enema ama dwadifo no yakopam mo nyina afiri ho na so anapa bedu ho no ye wo dwadifo no omo sa hyase omo hye boode ho a omo so omo hyase omo ton ade no ho a tempinifo betu ana mo a omo nko yo mu firi ho nti ubisa me akewodi anapa probo no kakra media business no
baba mbusa ato yaka ne say no said the okasa still agata no mebi gugugu ho no menya nka ne omo wo ho ne bi bedi nkomo aside that omo edisilt gota ne nkro ne ba no hips na ya na gugu gota na no ni nyina free ho
kewodi esiade makasa me free G ho no abedu pampa sisi a because that probo no ya ga me mo pro emfa kaye tan ne potam nyina na de obehu bia no menka nembom G1 de G1 no o ze won kwa de ya sabia ediga wo de se ko ye odi ho ni na so ho gata na nkasa no da opposite madila gbani mo no gata no tiam no kasa yi o hwema Roberts ade a ewom na obi a yasa pra esa de sisi edan na nkasa ho na gradifo a nanka omo hya se to mo ton ade o wa ye tu o nyina no ene mamefo ni bi ata betra ho a mo hya se hye boode ene nto ene moko ho a mo so eton enti ehwo ne de metumi aka say ho no but from G ho no na we dey ba culture center na we dey ba kayetia inside na de befa baby amiti wo atwema ba Dr. Mesa ne de mekanisa na pe ne me ba no ba hu kai me fo ka no esa bola no kase ne mienu ena koto ba ko a omo nyina no omo ye adwuma omo prapra krom sisi a enti ubisa me de metumi aka say nsai kakra aba sani nim se nanka anapa yi wona mabonte aba wota bola gugu basa no anapa meka se ente sa awo kuma sa bonte so
Ato kwamena ena ote ne nka no na just bampa so ho so de chese ho so ate nyesa
pampa so ate say ahemfie no mu ho na so gata na da ho no and so me say Roberts enso egum ndi ne de we ahemfie no we kowura ono ankasa ne manfo a wo eye adwuma ho na no obetumi aka mo so no mapie
kowura de so ntimi kokko bi so se wo mpre ye wo mpanyifo a wo ho a so mutu sa na mo no
Debbie, we make up and pass on him, Fiat and make
I still say a horse or no so be a question until they just pay for Honoma and also more any two sana mono.
Aha, and then pay for one if you're an MP, no one can get the phone away anymore. No much is a gatter, no much is a gatter. Menya,
can one name the phone won't be bedding como. Na ye busomo say after na watching no. Womasakra, no massacre, then a ballers ni be a gugu, a honomu munche mudientia, etisa.
Okay, Kodi, and Mamma Sanko na mene.
Aha, the sound common mame. Say one more and a because me sure say obi wa if you be pia bonten the ball ababegu. Omo ti hona di dwana. Ena omo enti ye twen say atokwam na ene dwadefo bi e bedi di nkomo. Ne ahwe ha de ye se ye ntia ho ye ne ehuni. Nanso ohwe gatas ni mu still politin box na se for da sugum ya ye hunu enti ye hunu say amafo di tum anase wa di tum so hu say na wo pepepe nie eno mampani share say ye ne ehuni na still ekoso hwe ye ohwe screen so a niam egugu ho no and the go on here
when you engineers
we got tesimu
only yes I be egugu
aba atuntu ya krado anache se wa prompt me na ye din komo no dia ne nti omo so nsama omo ka se enokrasi asesa anase dia ne yenya ebetimi aboa masa ne mai sa so be yetime free so ye twensa nti bola ne bi atu
aha wa bra me no ka se masa be di papa maso na me gina ba bia me ka se eye ahemfie no opposite no ena me agency na ha no me ba ye no omo bie store na hihye mo niema obi a me ko obi anche obi anya wori se wona me be ka sa sisi ai me no agency but the mechanic say o hwe gata ne ma na hu aye Roberts ahodo egum ena rush enso edem ena aye mobile water no so edem ani na gu aye ahemfie no gata na dem mu no nti ho de meka se ahona ne pay no ho entwa ye na wo de me nua ba ko ono so oye mobile money e wo ha sei na ono ankasa no ena anapay no obaye wafa praya ono ankasa e de epra e wo ha sei nti ono ankasa na anapay no obaye no opra ngatem e wo ha sei na wayi ha nyina kama abrantie let's say oye ye din komo ka kesme so anapay wa na ankasa na obaye opra de kemi for me pra na
Atu
na opera ha na pay came for my opera say mama na
on me fly
enti de bia oba wana opera na
baby
okay yeah hwe gata ya dem anim say e fi na gum no aya ma mo ha se na mo ya na say enkofo bi na ye gum gata ya gum na say okay enti kewodi me ba me nye me ble o interview kakra ma me nye so eni nkomo kakra openi good morning but you kept me for person ni di nkomo kakra no se me nye o na ekra ye ni mo di nkomo kakra efa ahori bi ho after 1 week say ni komo se bi tie o so ya okay enti kewodi e bomo de se benye obi ne ko bi anche a ambassador oni bi di san komo no nti ma me ne ye ma me eni nkomo kakra ma me enim se na wo twene se ne ni esisi krum modna mo so say se san bi aba e wa wosisi a empedi focus ye esisi no wana wa hwe krum a se ne krum se bi tie
krum de esisi ye ba memre nda ne fia de esisi ne kama na obi anum so asa de ato obi aye wo ya nje na fi kura se fi de asa ba pa anu se kura ye gata de me ye san ti mi bi
ma gata de mo ni ma na ma sa ti team
ya na sa ti team je fi ni de asa ba na de ba kwa ye ne se o afi ni sa ba na sa wo san plate gata no mag bola ka ni twemu a on sesa aje se bia wo pa na toa na o man oyi boys ni skansana wa kwa wo gina na sesa gwa na o matwi afa so na afi ni gu ha aje se bia wo san wa nkasa wo san de bopa
ye be wo se gata de mani nyina no printing bag ahodo egu
pa no pla ya na san ba na san ba
aye ho am na ye sa de no
o man na me you know obi kwa no msua na odi to focus sister fesu adape o betwa wo kuro man bla ɛyɛ asam ketewa nti amane de ewu bi wɔ ha paa obiara yi ano de ato fam mframa so fa ya politics se fi na abɛhyɛ gater mu ma
nti party magin huna na pɛ wɔ gater mu nya yɛ ɛnyɛ mo amɔ ha na mo yɛ sɛ
na me bɔla de ɛne yɛ rubbish ɛne nti me bɛ yɛ ɔde wei no ɔde politics ne bɛsɛ na yɛ anti adem de yɛ pon ya na yɛ pigya na yɛ de kɔ yɛ wɔ bɔla de yɛ ntumi sɛ yɛ tia yɛ to aduane na yɛ bɛsɛ yɛ fi ne atrem da bi ɛne yɛ nsi da na wɔn de bɛto aduane sɛ ne yɛ nkane pa bɛka sɛ ɔnto
nti krewe bi yɛ ma me ba ko a ɔwɔ pampa so na me ne di nkɔmɔ ne bɔla de esi nkyɛn saa na bɛdifo na wɔ ha no stores no ɔmo so me kɔ mo nkyɛn no ɔmo kyerɛ me sɛ ɔmo bɔla de esi wa ɔmo yɛ bɔla ɔmo de gum nti saa bɔla na anapɛ yɛ hu sɛ ɛwɔ gata ne mu ɔwɔ ahemfie ne mu ne nyinaa no ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ nipa obi wɔ otwam a na wɔn mu nsu a na wɔgya yɛ ato gata ne mu ɛna pɔwpafoɔ na ɛwɔ no so no ɔmo didi wie a ɔmo so ɔmo bɔla no ɔmo gya egu ti fɛm afa pɛ na ɛde abegu ɛyɛ ahemfie ne mu
tankase ba nura pɔwpafoɔ yɛ bɔ ha nyinaa na mka dada ɔmo sa tankase ba ansa na ɔmo fa playe ɛprapla ne yɛ tifi mu a
ato de be nya na fe second assignment wetu anamo akọ ye besa akọ Samson ne set so ho na omo nso bi omo wo no omo adi enkomo edi amai so omo ye krado a na afe yahwe ho ensem enso na yaka adwa na say
mesenia ma mienu na ato ada na dia no payu de edi kan ya attitudinal problem ena de etoso mienu ye omo sesa bola no de ye prawia won se ma me ai ni di nkomo sesi anase mo anu wo ka no chese omu pra in fact oba ma dodo na me nka so oba bia e ma dodo na edi omu huni so ahunu e na se nipa sebe mpredua sa sebe adwene kura na yechim kura no na nye se na wotwe etwa ye de nanu esi ho a anopa bia ya nkokuro mu ntam senti ni se ye kona yakopra krum enti won so obia ba se wohwe videos na atode to so no a culture dan ne ho ho culture center dan ne ho ho hwe ho ada ho pa me in fact me your boy adwuma e dan ne ho ada ho pa but ahomete se ya pra boa no won se bibia nsi abontene ho a
egu ho no
eno ya ade ba ko o se meyo ye twe na adwini si so se adwuma no de waye but we ampra na chi wensi na chi anti ama osofu bi se mo no se why men slept but die no eniema bi asi akire
nipa bone na se asi
akire nti esre no a dustbins no a esisi no se be improve ana se enwa me hu cars ni bi ya mo sesa bola no em se wo se etrem se ye ba ku mienu a menka se ye mienu mo me kyerɛ sɛ de ewo bia no ye mo ho na no so na nka no pa bia no emfa kyiri nsese ngura no se hu se nche bia na nsuo gugu nsuo ni gugu sa na etwi ngura na sa kogu gata nim agye se san set aside a day production hours sika e wo se ekoye adwuma nya ni nyina ye gyae esi ye di ehu ni enti we de esre wo mo a pra ne de ya to ka no akire ye na mumade e ha adwen pa e number 1 ye no mu asebe ya ye ho mpreko ya ye se ye ya ye besa akoto fi eti wudru ho ya pra ho awi a wodi ade atuwe bag ne kura wo no ensuo na wonom ya hwe ensuo ni gu na mu amu rubber no fa show bag wudru ba bi a ben wo a wayi atum wudru fi a wodi ato ho eno ano no asem bi ani akire wonam abonte a woyi rubber woto twene twawo adroba fo ni bi wo honom kra passenger fo no etena omo car nim na se omo didi ni rubber ni ade gumu a obedru station ho a opia senko be pe rubber bi also apia ni nyina long journey fo ndi agum no wa chichira to atwene no station ho no so apia e de agu fo yesere mo sa attitude no yenya nti sa ne ma mienu we na menya free ato
aso
me the engineering problem na me hu say President Mahama can perfectly about 4 years ago say what is happening in the country no yeah I admit some human parts but the bulk is engineering. I think say abrofo no plan is it my this is about 70-80 years ago what the traditional service in Kumasi Asokwa Bantima Asafo Fantini Town
drains
lanes so be a nice so prepare na dan bo about 20 this is the same plan I don't know say papa akon na didn't see you know my na where ye modern so called modern people in the last 30 years engineering problem I expect the president to sit behind his desk and solve it and just Sophie any friend say you know but after Zuba he's doing what every KMA boss has to
right.
Thank you.
All right. Enra me share another video na yɛhwɛ sɛ mehwɛ na yɛayɛ for instance drinks na cover so no bi. The comment there was that we didn't even plan on how to even renovate it when there's a problem. So yɛayɛ slabs no iron slabs no na yɛde cement